The snow fell softly outside my window that bitter December morning, like whispers from a forgotten life. I sat in my old rocking chair, the one my late husband carved with his own hands, cradling a cup of tea that had long gone cold. My fingers, wrinkled and spotted with age, traced the rim as I stared at the invitation on the table, my daughter Emily's wedding. But the note attached in her hasty scrawl pierced deeper than any winter chill. Mom, we've decided it's best if you don't come. The venue's small and well, you know how you get emotional. Love, M. I felt the world tilt, my heart cracking like ice on a frozen pond. How could she? After everything I'd given? That moment, dear listener, was the spark that ignited the fire I'd long suppressed. Stay with me and I'll tell you how a mother's endless love turned to quiet steel, how betrayal birthed my freedom. You won't believe the strength that rose from the ashes, but you'll feel it deep in your bones. Oh, how the days blur together now at 72, in this quiet house on Maple Street in suburban Chicago. Mornings start early even when my bones ache from the cold. I'd shuffle to the kitchen, the wooden floors creaking under my slippers, worn thin from years of pacing. The smell of fresh coffee brewing, strong black just like my Harold used to make, fills the air, mingling with the faint scent of cinnamon from the cookies I baked the night before. Not for me, mind you, but for the grandchildren who rarely visit. I'd wipe down the counters, spotless as always, and fold the laundry in neat piles. Emily's old sweaters I'd mended, my son David's shirts I'd ironed during his last hurried stopover. The garden called next, even in winter. I'd bundle up in my wool coat, the one with the frayed cuffs, and tend to the rose bushes under their snowy blanket, pruning dead branches with shears that pinched my arthritic hands. The silence was deafening sometimes, broken only by the distant hum of cars or the occasional chirp of a cardinal perched on the fence. These rituals, these small acts of care, they were my anchor. But lately they'd felt like chains. I remember when it all began, those golden years that now seem like faded photographs. Back in the 70s, when Harold and I were young parents in our little starter home, money was tight. I worked double shifts at the diner, my feet swelling in those cheap sneakers, just to afford Emily's ballet lessons. She'd twirl in her pink tutu, her laughter like music, and I'd think, this is worth every blister. David came along 2 years later, a bundle of energy with his father's mischievous grin. I sacrificed my dreams of nursing school to stay home, reading him bedtime stories until my voice grew hoarse. Mommy loves you to the moon and back, I'd whisper, tucking him in with his favorite blanket, the one I knitted during sleepless nights. As they grew, the sacrifices piled up like autumn leaves. When Harold passed from that sudden heart attack in '95, I sold his beloved truck to pay for Emily's college tuition. It's what Dad would want, I told her, handing over the check with a smile that hid my grief. David needed braces, then a car for his first job. I dipped into savings without a second thought. Weekends were for their soccer games, holidays for family dinners where I'd slave over turkey and pies, the kitchen alive with the sizzle of gravy and the warmth of oven heat. They hugged me, then called me their rock. But time twists things, doesn't it? Emily married that slick lawyer Mark, and David chased promotions across states. Their visits dwindled, their calls became texts. Busy, Mom. Talk soon. Soon never came. Soon never came. The betrayal crept in like fog over Lake Michigan, subtle at first, then suffocating. Emily started hinting about the house. Our family home, paid off through my scrimping. Mom, it's too big for you alone. Sell it, split the money. We could use it for the kids' college fund. Her voice on the phone, sweet but edged with greed. Mark chimed in during one rare visit, his cologne overpowering the fresh-baked bread I'd prepared. Evelyn, you're getting forgetful. Better to downsize now. Forgetful? Me, who remembered every birthday, every scraped knee? David was worse. He'd borrow money for investments, promising repayment. Just this once, Mom. You're a lifesaver. But the checks bounced back empty like his promises. Last summer, when I fell ill with pneumonia, the hospital room echoed with loneliness. Emily sent flowers, wilting daisies, with a card, "Get well soon. Can't visit, work's crazy." David texted, "Hang in there." No one came to hold my hand, to fluff my pillows like I'd done for them countless times. In-laws. Mark's mother got the royal treatment at family gatherings, while I was relegated to the corner chair, my stories dismissed with polite nods. "Oh, Evelyn, times have changed," they'd say, their laughter sharp as knives. The gaslighting peaked when Emily accused me of playing the victim, after I questioned a withdrawn sum from our joint account. Funds I'd set aside for emergencies. You're paranoid, Mom. It's for the family. Family? What family? It hit me one rainy afternoon as I sat folding David's forgotten socks, the thunder rumbling like my suppressed rage. Enough. The word echoed in my mind, clear as a bell tolling. I wasn't the frail old woman they painted. I was Evelyn Thompson, survivor of hardships they'd never know. My heart, once a boundless well, now drew boundaries like lines in the sand. Why pour into cups that overflowed with ingratitude? The realization washed over me not in tears but in a calm resolve. I saw it all. The necklace I'd given Emily on her wedding day, symbol of my enduring love, now pawned for extras. The broken bowl from our last dinner, shattered when Mark slammed the door in argument, mirroring our fractured bond. The key to this house, once freely shared, now a symbol of my reclaimed control. My actions were silent, swift, like a shadow slipping away at dusk. First, I called my lawyer, old Mr. Jenkins, downtown. We sat in his cluttered office, the smell of aged paper and ink grounding me. I revised my will, removing Emily and David as beneficiaries. The house, left to a charity for single mothers, women like I once was, scraping by. Next, I canceled the life insurance policies where they were named, redirecting funds to my own retirement account. I changed the locks that very week, the new keys cold and shiny in my palm. No more unannounced visits for borrowing tools or cash. I packed their leftover belongings, forgotten coats, childhood toys, into boxes and shipped them with a simple note: time to stand on your own. The garden. I planted new flowers, hardy perennials that bloomed without needing constant care, just like I would. It felt shocking, this quiet rebellion, but oh so justified. No screams, no drama, just the steady reclaiming of my life. They came, of course, when the storm broke. Emily first, pounding on the door one crisp fall evening, her face flushed under the porch light. Mom. What the hell? The lawyer called, you're cutting us out. Her voice cracked with panic, eyes wide. Mark loomed behind, arms crossed. This is insane, Evelyn. After all we've done for you. Done for me? I opened the door just a crack, my voice steady as the oak tree in the yard. What you've done is take. And I've given enough. David arrived days later via video call, too busy for the drive. Come on, Mom, you're overreacting. We love you. Just sign it back. Begging turned to blame. You're selfish, always guilting us. I looked at him through the screen, his face pixelated like our faded connection. Selfish? No, son. Self-respecting. I ended the call with a click, the silence afterward sweeter than any apology. Now peace wraps around me like a warm quilt. I watch the sun rise from my porch, painting the sky in pinks and golds, a new beginning each day. The ocean waves. Well, I drove to Lake Michigan last week, felt the spray on my face, vast and unyielding. My garden blooms with irises, their petals unfurling like my spirit. The empty chair at the table? It no longer mocks me. It's space for friends from the senior center, laughter filling the rooms once more. I've rediscovered hobbies, painting watercolors, the brush strokes freeing emotions long bottled. The folder of papers on my desk, my updated will and accounts, sits as a testament to boundaries. And the moral, dear one? Dignity isn't given, it's claimed. Sacrifice without appreciation breeds resentment. Let go of those who drain you, for in that release you find yourself. Karma whispers justice, but empowerment, that's the roar within. If you're listening, holding on to a similar pain, release it. Bloom anew. Tomorrow always comes, but only if you invite it.